Hello and welcome back to another video. This week is the calves. We start bringing in the bucket rear calves into the shed. We got two new very exciting arrivals, and yeah, just I suppose bits and bobs, whatever was happening in the week. So I hope you enjoy it. Move for the calves. Mucky feet. Not much fear of them now after getting their balls squeezed this day last week. We brought home all the cows and calves. Just the weather was gotten shitty, grass was starting to run out, and we didn't want to completely skin the place for the springtime. So it was handy now, bring them home and get them weaned. These heifers are going up to another shed now that we've actually kind of borrowed for a month until our own one is ready. They're all the cull cows calves bar the twin there. So they've got their tails clipped and they're ready to go. You trying to kick you? He's a bit light now. The in-calf heifers are flying. I just let in the two old girls with them because when all the other cows, we brought them home, so I've nothing above in that place anymore. But her belly is massive. Yeah, that is her daughter. and that is her daughter. So the genetics live on in the herd. Yeah, they're turning into nice little heifers now. She's not as quiet now. She's actually smashing heifer, but she's a bit spicy. We're trying to feed these in the evening now because the crows are just pulling all the silage out. Like, it does be out to about here in the morning, or the next day if I feed them in the morning. So I'm trying to feed them now in the evening, because obviously the crows are gone in to roost, and then I just push in the silage in the morning. Ideally I'd have a few more of these, but I don't. I think we've another 2 or 3 at home, so I'll bring them up and I might use them for the bulls and some of them. It's really annoying out there because they're pulling it off the step, and I'm having to scoop it back up off the ground and onto the step again. It's just a bit dirty. So anyway, they're doing okay. The little bulls, they're the bulls that we weaned. They again don't know roaring when they come up here with the paddles. They settled in fine, and we'll add to that pen. So yeah, they're very happy. Really happy with how these are going. I think they're thriving really well. They're just doing a good job. So yeah, that's it now. We have a full house. All the cows and calves are in. The ones we had the paddles in earlier are all taken away and put to their own sheds, and then the calves can come out here into the straw, and they can also go out the back into the yard. So they're content enough. We'll give them a week or 10 days anyway in get them going with the nuts and start putting the paddles in noses then. Jimmy decided to house himself today. We were bedding down the creep area. Shane was inside with the tractor shaking out a bale, and he jumped his wire from the field and in past the tractor and into the bale of straw, messing. So I felt bad for him then putting him back out the field, and he's sick. So we set up our calving pen for him, and he can stay here for a while. He's in better form today, all right. He's eating again a bit, so we'll see how he fares out. So I suppose just a bit of backstory on the Angus cows. I've probably wanted to get into a few pedigrees for a good few years now, but just when we were going selling the farm and stuff, I didn't want to be doing anything when I didn't know where we'd end up or what ground we'd end up getting. And when I was doing it, I wanted to do it right. So I left it sit for a few years, and then we're settled in there now. And I saw that Matt had in-calf heifers for sale that were calving down in the spring, and they looked perfect for what I wanted, because a lot of the pedigree breeders are calving in the autumn, but just when I'm only going to have the 2 of them, it wouldn't suit to have just 2 calving down in the autumn. And I do know that the reason they calve in the autumn is so that the bulls are strong enough to be sold the following year. But I will get into a system eventually, but I just don't want 2 cows on their own. It's more like the calving isn't the issue. It's more when they need to go into the shed, then where are they going to go? They're going to need it somewhere separate to be and all that. So I prefer just to keep them spring calving, which is a bit rare in the pedigree Angus side of things. So when I saw them heifers come up that were in calf and calving down the spring, I thought perfect. And then that Goulding herd would be one of the top in the country, so it was ticking all the boxes. So yeah, so that was probably the reason behind it. And then we just switched things up a bit, I suppose, when I went down, and we ended up getting the 2 cows. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with what I got, and I just can't wait now to see how they fare out. So exciting times ahead. Just given Jimmy his Noradine, so anti-inflammatory painkiller, just to keep him happy. He was on that for 3 days after the vet called. I will pop in his dung sample result here. So it came up as high positive for rumen fluke. So the vet's predictions were right. He had rumen fluke, and then he got probably a stomach infection from that. So he's flying it now. We done him with Zanil, and he's as happy as Larry. He bent the needle. I'm trying to bring these in on my own to bring them up to the shed, a load of them. Come on. I don't know how successful it's going to be. Come on. Shh. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Shh. Come on, boys. Shh. Come on, boys. Shh. Come on, boys. Shh. Come on. Oh, we're flying it now. Come on. Shh. Come on. Come on, in you go. There was no maps now in picking these. I just allowed the first 10. And hopefully they're even. The plan is to just give them a quick weigh, so I have a housing weight, and clip their tails and their backs and get going. Dipping the clippers into oil to keep it right. There are the weights there. I'm very happy with them all. This fella's a bit light, and he was actually a fella that was marked green. I was trying to avoid letting them out of the paddock. I only have two of them, and he fucking got out. So I'll pull him out of that pen. I'll try and bring up another pen maybe tomorrow evening as well, and that'll be 20 up there, and I'll just pick the lightest ones out. So 30, I think it was 302 or 304, I just made it up, is the average of that pen. So yeah, I just hope to God these all fit in the cattle box now, because I'm after shaving their bloody backs and I won't be able to let them back out the field again. So yeah, I'm going to leave them there for a minute. I need to push in silage and give in silage and get going then. Okay, so these are the two girls. They're very quiet. ignored the drain. We're sorting out runoff from the yard. But yeah, so these are the two. So both of them are 2021 born cows. They've had calves. Her calf, she actually didn't rear a calf this year, that's why she's a bit fat. Her calf was taken by an AI station, so she was left idle, and then she reared a calf. I seen her calf under her, that's actually why I picked her. So they're as quiet as lambs. She was obviously having a great crack in the muck, but they're two lovely cows now, I have to say. Basically I went down to buy 2 heifers, and then the heifers didn't really suit. I probably was a bit late picking, and a lot of the top ones were gone. So he brought me up then to look at the cows, the young cows. There was, I don't know how many cows in the field, 30 or 40 cows in the field, and I kind of got the pick of them. So the calves were still under him at that stage. We went through them, and I suppose he kind of figured out what I was after then, as we picked and chose calves and matched them to cows, and he kind of figured out what sort of a cow I was after, because I was fairly clueless now going down. I know what a good animal looks like. I knew what I wanted in terms of what type of bulls I want to produce down the line, in terms of good carcass, good conformation, but in terms of like the genetics and the families and all that, I was very clueless. So both of these are the Missy family. People that are into Angus breeding probably know that, but they're two very good families in terms of breeding, good cows and good bulls. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. I'm really happy also that they're, I suppose, proven cows. I got to see the calf under her. He was a smashing bull calf. So they're both backing calf. She's calving in the first week of February, and she's calving the 20th-ish of March. So yeah, they're backing calf. One is in calf to AI, and the other's in calf to a very good stock bull that I was able to see on farm as well. So yeah, they're really, really nice cows. I'm absolutely delighted with them. I can't wait now to see how they fare out. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, and they're very quiet. I'm going to leave them out here now on their own for a couple of weeks, and once the heifer calves are weaned off above, I'll be able to put them into the creep area then beside my cows, and they'll kind of get to know each other through the gate, and then I can mix them. I am a little bit nervous now about mixing them, because especially like if they were heifers, they'd back off and there'd be no fighting and no messing. But the fact that they're cows now, and they probably had their own domineering hierarchy where they came from, and they have to figure it out now where they're going now. But no, they're two really nice cows. I'm absolutely delighted with them, and yeah, I can't wait to see how they go. And they're very quiet. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Imagine how much of a mess it would be if I dropped a full ton of lime on the ground. Oh god. That's it in the shed now. I find this sublime way better than normal lime. I think it just absorbs the urine and the dung and just keeps the slats so much drier. This is it. It's sawdust and lime mixed. Yeah, it's just, it's such a good product, I think. Now look, I don't have a huge amount of cubicles, so that bag will probably do me till the spring. It could even see me out for the winter. So yeah, delighted to have that now. I was using normal lime there for a while, and it's just, it's not the same. Now, we have the calves, you see, like the suckler calves, they'll be up on top of the cubicles, and they'll be pissing and shitting up near the top. So it's a bit harder to keep them clean than, I suppose, a dairy farmer who just has the cow sitting right in the cubicle and her dung is just at the back. So that's probably the reason why I'm using that with the sucklers. Same in the spring when the baby calves, they're always up the top of the cubicle. So yeah, we'll get cracking. Jimmy's flying it again. He's back eating his nuts, and he's as happy as Larry. So he'll probably just stay in that pen now, to be honest, because he's after getting too fond of himself in there to put him back out the field. One of my cull cows is bulling, ideal. But that's That's the lime now on the cubicles, so sawdust lime. I've started the rest of the calves now on nuts as well, so this is only their second day, so I'm only giving them, what, a bucket and a half between the whole lot of them. Most of them are eating now today. Yesterday only a handful of them ate, but today's the second day now, and sure, look, nearly all of them are eating now, bar that Charlie, or Angus. So yeah, we'll keep them in, keep the meal into them now, and get them ready for weaning. So it is, what day, Wednesday evening. Back up in the cattle yard again, and I'm going to bring in another group of the buckets and just draw them up. I brought up 10 yesterday, but the 10 actually aren't able to eat at the one time and along the barrier. So I'm going to bring up 8 tonight, and then I'll have 2 pens of 9, and they should be able to eat, because I want to be able to feed them their nuts along the front barrier. So we'll have 2 pens of 9. So I'll try and bring in 8. It's pitch black out there now, so try and pick out like an even-ish 8 is going to be great fun, and not have them run all around the yard. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We have 8 out there now. Come on. Don't go that way. Come on. Shh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Follow the light. Come on. Shh. Come on. Shh. Come on, boys. Shh. Do not do me now. I probably got all the nice ones yesterday. Now I'm gonna struggle. Come on. Oh, he's a smallie now. I shouldn't have brought him. Okay, camera is gonna have to go now. I just realised I left the road gate open. Smart move. Okay, they're in. They weren't as simple to get in now as the other group. Come on, in you go. Let's go. Come on, turn around now. Come on. Out you go. Go on. Shh. That is some going. 362 kilos for late January born, so he's probably 9 months old, I'd say. A 9-month-old dairy bred, 362 kilos. Like, genie Mac, that's class now. Delighted with that. Them all clipped and ready to load.